And thanks for joining me once again. I'm just going to give a real quick overview of how I sharpen my Lawnbott robotic lawnmowers blade. First off, my disclaimer. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm not endorsing that you do it. If you get cut doing it, if you void your warranty or anything of that nature, then it's all on you. All I'm doing is showing you what I do, and you can take that with a grain of salt and work it the way you want. As you can see right here, this is a Lawnbott blade. I've had about 2 months since my last sharpening. I sharpen them about every 2 months. And as you can see right here, I have the table leveled, all shimmed up. And for demonstration purposes, you can see how it's out of balance. So by sharpening this, my goal is, one, to get it sharpened, to increase battery life, better quality for the grass, and at the same time, get this more in balance. Lawnbott pretty much denotes don't sharpen it for safety, for their liability, and I understand that. As well as if you get them out of balance, you can possibly do damage to the motor. Well, after about 2 months of running, as you can see, it's pretty much already out of balance. So all I can do is improve it. Some of the items I use is obviously I use a balancing level. You get this for just a couple bucks, real cheap at a garden center. A metal hasp, just to take off any burrs. I'll show you on that. Just a quarter piece of SOS Brillo pad. That's to clean off all the gunk off there that's also taken out of balance. And then the secret weapon I use is garden sharp. There are several types of these out there. I chose this one here in particular because one side's virtually 90 degrees, and then the other one's got a bevel. You can't hardly tell it in this too much. It looks almost both beveled. But it's reversible, so that's why the plastic is designed more like a V, so you can reverse for your angle. Don't want a dual bevel for the main reason the blade, if you can't really see it here, is flat on one side and only beveled on the other. But here we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blade, I'm going to take it to the deep sink and use a little dishwashing liquid and use my Brillo pad and clean it up. Now with this, you got to use caution. It does have some sharp edges. They recommend anytime you're messing with the blade to wear gloves. And I'll bring it back after I clean it. And here I am back after cleaning it. As you can see, it's fairly clean now. Don't have to worry about any buildup messing with the balance of it, and makes it a little bit more smoother to go through. Just a quick side note, there are safer ways of cleaning it. You can soak it in a pan with some degreaser and stuff like that, but that takes a lot more time, and this took about 5 minutes. So I err on the side of danger and went ahead and just stay real careful and just clean it with the SOS Brillo pad and some liquid dishwashing liquid. Works real well. Okay, next what I'm going to do, if I can see it, is I'm just going to feel along the flat edges, like right here. And what I'm feeling for is burrs. It's beveled up this way, and then this side here facing is flat. Anywhere I feel a burr, I'm just going to take a fine metal rasp, laying it flat. I'm just going to take the burrs off. What that's going to do is save the carbon, whatever you call it, the metal that's in here, so it doesn't cut grooves into it. So basically, I'm just going to deburr both leading edges and get set for that. And all I'm going to do on that is I'm going to brace it on this so I can support it. I'm not going to use a lot of pressure. And then just take this, laying it fairly flat with the fine metal rasp side, and just deburr it. Fortunately, it takes 2 hands to do that, so let me go ahead and get that done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tool and just do two to three swipes on each side of the blade. Okay, now it's fairly sharp, no burrs, should cut real well. Now the trick is balancing. Not sure if you remember how bad it was out of balance. It's a lot better right now, but still not perfect. I'd say I lost about half of the imbalance out of it. So what I'll do is, this is obviously the heavy blade. So I'll take a few more swipes off of this blade and this blade and try to get a little bit more in balance. Not worried about getting it perfect. I balanced one when it was brand new when I first got it, and it was probably a little bit more than this. Not quite as bad as it was when it was dirty. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to get as close to it as I can. So let's go back and take a couple more swipes off. Okay, what I did, I took about 3 more swipes off of this blade and this blade, which was the heavy side. And if you look right here, you see it's extremely flat. I don't know if it's hard to tell on here. But measuring it, it's not even a 64th of an inch difference all the way around. So it's an extremely balanced blade compared to what it was before I cleaned it, sharpened it, and it's more balanced than a factory blade right out of the box. I hope this gives you some ideas. By sharpening your own blade, it's one, will save you money, and 2, it's also better for the grass and the lawnmower. Post below if you have a question. Thanks for joining me.